Hey everyone, welcome back to Ottoex. You're looking at a 1996 Toyota Himedic life-saving Japanese ambulance. These Himedics are a very special breed of Toyota van. Only about 1,500 were made in total. They were exclusively sold to government organizations, hospitals, emergency rescue organizations throughout Japan, meaning you were never able to buy one as a private individual. We managed to get our hands on one. We've brought it over. We've gone through it. It's now being offered for sale here in Portland, Oregon. This one has 61,000 original miles. This is based on the Hiace van. It's quite a bit different. These cost upwards of $240,000 US when purchased new back in the mid-90s. That's a lot of money for a Toyota van. I'm going to get into a few reasons why these were so expensive and why they are unique. So you'll notice right here on the tailgate, it says 4-wheel drive full-time. So this has Toyota's proprietary all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive system. That means it's 4x4. No, it doesn't have the high-low transfer case, but it is all-wheel drive. The next thing I want to point out is the engine. This thing has a V8. So it's powered by the 1UZ FE engine. This is the same engine that we got in the LS400. A few other vehicles in Japan had them. The SC400 also had it, the Lexus SC400. It is a 4-liter V8, 32 valve engine. It runs like butter. It's got plenty of power, putting out around 220 plus or so horsepower. So that is exceptional. This van was built in-house by TRD in Japan. They orchestrated the whole engine, drivetrain, fitting into a Hiace chassis. These are some outside storage compartments I wanted to show you that are on some gas struts. There's a little bit of storage in here, as you can see, to put some tools. You could put an axe, you can put some recovery gear, you know, for those of you in the overland state of mind. Here's a rear compartment. These are locking with more space. Again, not super deep, but about that deep. So you can store long, thinner objects in those and access them from the rear outside. Looking inside to the cab, we have 2 seats, heavy-duty vinyl, high traffic, commercial grade stuff for ambulance, obvious wear and tear. This one didn't see a whole lot of use, but quite a bit. Only 61,000 miles, which is fairly low. Clean door cards, power locks, power mirrors, power locks, power windows. Sorry, no power mirrors. This has the light truck mirrors, so those are adjustable by hand. This is a microphone button here. Your microphone is up here, so you can speak to the passengers in the back when you're operating this vehicle. This also has TEM, Toyota electronically modulated suspension, so you have a sport mode and a normal mode. See, the dash light goes on for sport mode. Basically stiffens the dampers on the shocks at all 4 corners to improve handling. Let's hop in. I'll walk you through a little bit more of the cab in this very special V8 4-wheel drive ambulance. So you've got a digital cluster which shows you the engine's actually running. That's how quiet this thing is. I'll rev it for you. You can see the tach going across that top horizontal bar. All right, you've got your kilometers per hour right down front and center. Fuel gauge, bottom right. Engine coolant temperature, bottom left. And your odometer is in the upper right corner. You've got a rear wiper, you've got front intermittent adjustable wipers, a tilt steering wheel, front fog lights, headlight controls. Now to the left of the steering wheel, we've got some unique stuff. These are your battery meters. They're backlit if you wish to light them like that, displaying your volts and your amps. Up here, standard Toyota HVAC climate controls. AC works nice and cold. Adjust your temperature here, fan speed, all that self-explanatory. A clock here. Now we have your ECT, basically changes your shift points, makes it shift a little bit more aggressively into higher RPM range. Rear heat button, that works wonderfully. Your defrost on the rear. Now these are, I don't remember what they are, honestly. I'll have to translate those. But I believe they have something to do with your, actually I think this one is the rear vent fan, and this is lights in the rear. All right, down here you have your factory siren controls. We're in a public space now, so I'm not going to run these, but all the lights, sirens work wonderfully. They're awesome. They're loud. I'm scared to use them out of fear of getting in trouble right now based on my location, so I will withhold those. They can be used safely on private property. I'll say that much. This is your engine battery kill switch. When you turn off the key, you want to hit this. Kills power to all your accessories. And that's pretty much that. Nice AM Toyota radio here.
I think he came in with...
That works as it should. Standard shift knob, 4-speed automatic transmission. I think it's an A340F. Super solid. Double rear view mirrors. One to look at people in the back, one to see out the back, I assume. Standard dome light stuff. Alright, over there you have a flexible reading light. And then we've got some all-weather Toyota floor mats. There's your passenger seat access here. Pass through into the back, which I'll show you in a second. And then your engine lives under here. So let's hop around the back, take a look there, and see what we can find. I believe this is one of the only ones in North America. I know a two-wheel drive variety has been imported, but this is the first and only four-wheel drive V8 Himedic in the US. I might be wrong, but I don't know of any others. So, this is the rear entrance. Behind the sliding door, we have right up front a trash, which you can push with your foot, and it opens. There's fit bags, there's extra bags in that closet. Stepping in, there is a sink here, which you power with this. There is a pump that's run, and it's fed to your water tank back here. Very cool. All right, I want to point out that I am probably standing about 6 feet tall now, and I can stand up completely. I'd say the standing height in here is a hair over 6 foot, which is truly amazing with this factory high top, super high top ambulance. All right, so right here we have a jump seat which is belted. It folds up and out of the way underneath a fire extinguisher. Here are passenger controls for the rear heats. We've got a quartz clock, all of your vents for rear HVAC, and your rear AC controls are here. Looking in here is storage for where your oxygen tanks would have been. They've been removed, so storage for whatever you please. Here is a little storage compartment, or pouch rather, 2 of them. And inside is a closet with even more supplies. You have extra trash bags, lining for your gurney, I assume. Pretty cool stuff. There's a light here, by the way, right above your sink, which goes off like that. Here are the controls for some rear accessories. This is rear light number 1 and your fluorescence right there. This is your vent fan and AC/DC power setup, and your AC 100 volt. This has an inverter, which is pretty sweet. So you can do that, and then you can plug in to your 100 volt outlets, which are here, here, and other places that I'm probably forgetting to mention. Alright, here is some oxygen stuff. I'm not an expert in this field by any means, so I will leave this to interpretation of people who know what they're talking about. But I assume these are oxygen medical devices used for life-saving. They can obviously be unbolted, taken out. If you guys aren't going to use this for an ambulance, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be if you're looking at this video. It's great for an overland build, or anything else you want to use it for. You have a bench here, which folds up into a second jump seat, which has a seat belt. So that, well, okay, I can't do that with one hand, but that goes back down to a bench. You've got your gurney, completely removable, and all that jazz. So take it out and, you know, use it in your tattoo shop or whatever you'd like to do with that. More storage, which I can't open all of it due to the gurney being in the way, but you have drawers aplenty lower here. Looking across, we have an upper cabinet, which would have been for medical supplies, obviously. Very high quality build. All of these things are built to a very high standard. The price tag on this thing was not cheap, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Very, very expensive, and it shows. Here's some more outlets here. And this is a larger storage compartment, which I need 2 hands to open, but it gets deep because this is all molded into the interior of the ambulance, so you can actually pull this all out for more space if you wanted to. A shelf up here, and then you've got sliding windows on this side. They're all smoked for privacy, and they open up real nice like that. Underneath here, there's more storage right here next to the wheel well if you need it. Close that up. Curtains for the rear. Another light here. Courtesy light. Cool stuff. Of course, you have your... So you can open that. And there you go. That is one way out. Let's hop out this way. A nice big step here, aka bumper step. There we are, looking in from the rear. Let's close this up. So I think that sums up this Himedic. If you guys have any other questions, just call us up, reach out, check us out, Ottoex.com, Ottoex. This is what we deal with, weird stuff like this, weird/cool. Again, this is a 1996 Toyota Himedic 4-wheel drive V8 powered ambulance from Japan. 61,000 miles on the clock, ready for its new home. Thanks for watching as always, and stay tuned for more rigs.